What's up guys, and welcome for a new build for Strangers of Paradise. And today we have a very crazy build using the Cyclic Warrior job. Now if you're not sure, you can only obtain this job after you have completed the main story of the game. After the main story is finished, you will get access to this job. The damage output from this job is completely crazy. Using your action ability absolutely obliterates everything around you. As you saw, it works amazingly well with both small and large enemies, as well as bosses, hitting 10,000 damage with each hit. If you guys enjoyed the video and like what you see, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe, as it would help me out a ton. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my future builds. With that, let's get right into the build. Now the jobs I have set is the Cyclic Warrior and the Red Mage. The Cyclic Warrior can be enough on its own, but sometimes it may not be the best for some bosses who like to jump and move around a lot. Although the Cyclic Warrior does have some ranged attack options, it will still be a better option to use the Red Mage in those situations. Alright, so the reason why the Cyclic Warrior job is so strong is because of this action ability. The action ability is you can attack with one of the 4 elements. You can attack with either fire, wind, water or earth, with the wind being the weakest, followed by water, then fire, and then earth being the strongest. The earth element is literally insane. It has a really big area effect attack and hits harder than any of the other elements. It can hit 9,999 damage. Now the damage could go higher, but the game doesn't allow the players to hit harder than 10,000 damage in a single hit. 9,999 is the max damage value you can get in a single hit. The game doesn't want you to one-shot enemies nor bosses, which is probably why they have set this number. Now the downside of using this action ability is it needs 3 bars of MP, and it will also reduce your MP with 3 bars when you use it. It is very costly to use just for once even, which is why we will be using the Chaos Bringer to get infinite magic for a limited amount of time. Even the Chaos Bringer will reduce the magic point limit to 0. There is a really strong ability on the Cyclic Warrior job tree itself, which is totally insane. It's the skill here, the Soul of Chaos Mastery. This skill is absolutely ridiculous. So what this skill does is it will temporarily increase magic point limit when you deal action skill ability damage, which is what we'll be using mostly. Since Chaos Bringer will bring your MP to 0, this skill will raise the limit back up so we can use Chaos Bringer again. All the damage you do with the ability while Chaos Bringer is active will increase your MP limit. So firstly I want to go over the command abilities you want to use for this build. The important one being the Lancet ability. With this, you will temporarily regen health and magic when you target an enemy's weakness. This works great as you will be targeting an enemy's weakness all the time. When you use the element ability, which in our case will be the Earthquake, it will always inflict earth on the enemies. Once they are inflicted with an element, all follow-up attacks with that element will then be weakness attacks, which will then regen all our magic back for us. Then we can use Chaos Bringer again. Without using this, you will only have the magic limit increase, but not the actual magic itself. So this is an important ability you will need to get. Also, the higher your MP when you use Chaos Bringer, the longer its duration will be. Since your MP will be almost full after each use, the duration on your Chaos Bringer will be insanely high. Just look at how long the duration lasts. I am able to kill bosses and mobs and still have majority of my Chaos Bringer duration still left over. The other 2 command abilities we use is the Lunatic. This will increase our attack speed greatly. Since our action ability are not charge based, the faster the attack speed will mean we'll be able to use more of our abilities while Chaos Bringer duration is active. Then for the last one, it's good to go for the Invisible, just so you don't get interrupted during your attacks by all the enemies, and they can focus more on the other allies. Now let's go over the job affinities that you will need to make the most of using the Cyclic Warrior and the Red Mage. Now I have come across some really good artifacts with 2 job affinities on them, but just to note, you don't really need any artifacts. You will be fine just with regular gear itself. In fact, for this build, you don't even need to focus on any job affinities to a certain percentage. I checked the same build with just random gear and still worked just as great. But here's what I used. Getting a Cyclic Warrior affinity to 250% so you can use Fearless Soul effect. It is always good to have as your MP limit would always be above 200. Then the other one is getting 250% on Tyrant to get that Tyrant's Trap effect. Since we'll be targeting enemy's weakness all this time, it'll be a good source of healing for us. Also, Tyrant is needed because of the vulnerability bonuses. This will allow us to inflict statuses on the enemies a lot faster. Other than that, you should get any gear pieces which will offer job affinities such as the Red Mage, Black Mage or the Sage. Any affinity that will give you bonus to intellect, which will increase your magic damage. Now let's quickly go over the Red Mage. For this job, there are a few affinities that you should get. Firstly, get the Black Mage affinity all the way to 400% so you can use Riot Magic. Once you use Chaos Bringer, all the magic damage that you deal will increase your MP limit. And since we are using the Lancet command ability, you will also gain a magic along with the limit increase as well, which is absolutely amazing. Then it's good to have the Red Mage affinity to 250%, so you can charge your spells a lot quicker. That is about it for the job affinities that you will need to focus on for the Red Mage. And for the special effects on your gear pieces, it's best to get Intellect, Damage during Lightbringer, and Lightbringer duration across all your pieces. And as for the job master points, you will need 10 points into Intellect, 10 points into ability damage dealt, 10 points into enemy weakness damage dealt, 5 points into afflicted enemy damage dealt, 10 points into Lightbringer damage and Lightbringer duration, 4 points into Soul Burst MP recovery, and last 10 points into MP limit boost rate. That is it for most of the items and gear pieces. It is an insane build that beats even my previous mage build that I made. The Cyclic Warrior is able to destroy mobs so easily, it's absolutely ridiculous. If the game would allow you to hit numbers higher than 10,000, we could have equipped some command abilities that would increase our damage even further. But as of right now, 10,000 is the max damage you can deal in a single hit. For enemies that move and jump around a lot, it's best to use the Red Mage, since you can spam spells so fast it really won't matter how fast the enemy is moving. Hope you guys enjoyed the build. This build was super fun to play and really wasn't expecting the damage to be this strong. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys going to try this out? Let me know in the comment section down below. I will catch you all next time.